guys, it's Megan. So in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys my experience from the O2L DigiTour. And basically, if you do not know, back in May of this year, I had the chance to go to DigiTour in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. So, yeah, I'm just going to share with you guys some of my tips for you if you are planning on going to the O2L event, like any O2L event or any DigiTour or really any like meet and greet for YouTubers or Viners or anything like that, because these are some of the things I wish I had known in advance before I went in, because I kind of went in blind, not knowing much. Things I wish I had done and things I definitely wish I hadn't done. So yeah, without further ado, let's get started. So tickets went on sale in January. This is my first tip. I recommend that you talk to your parents as soon as you know you want to go. So start thinking about it once they announce the tour dates and once they announce that tickets will be going on sale and things like that. Definitely start talking to your family about it. I knew I wanted to go the day they announced they were going on tour. But I didn't talk to my parents about it till the day the tickets went on sale. It was the morning of, and I've been meaning to do it, I just never really got the chance to, and then they posted a video of what to do when you meet O2L and things like that, and I was like, oh my god, I need to ask them right now, tickets go on sale today. Crap. So I was talking to them about it, and they were very unsure of even who they were. You definitely want to prep your parents before they ask you, so show them videos, be like, oh yeah, I like these people at O2L, or whoever YouTuber or Viner may be, because that was something that was really hard for me to convince my parents about, because they didn't know who they were. So things like that. So I was able to convince them, but that's definitely something that I got very lucky with. They could have easily said no. So you definitely want to talk to your parents in advance. I just ended up getting very, very lucky. So tickets went on sale at 6 o'clock, my time, which is Eastern time. I set up my computer starting at 5. I got the credit cards ready, my parents' credit card, because that's what I was paying on it with. All the information I need to type in. I made sure I have everything with me and ready to go. And you have to be in the mindset of you're going to type everything in, hit submit, and then get your tickets. Because one of my friends didn't do it immediately. She waited about 2 minutes and then started entering her stuff in. She didn't get the tickets. They're sold out that fast. Because there's only about 100 VIP tickets for when I went. So definitely very hard to get tickets. Definitely something you have to wait for and keep refreshing the page. Because sometimes they'll let them out early or something like that. You really never know. So I was there for about an hour, kept refreshing the page every 10 minutes or so just to make sure that I wasn't missing out on anything. My tickets were $80 for the VIP ticket, which is definitely worth it. I even had to pay for my mom's ticket because she had to go with me because it was so short of notice. None of my other friends could actually go. So my mom ended up going with me. I had to pay for her ticket as well, so I paid $160 of my own money, but it was worth every single penny. Make sure you take pictures of every step once you entered it just to make sure you have proof if something goes wrong. So I got the tickets, and that was in January, and the tour finally came in May. They opened the gates for VIPs to go in at 4 o'clock. I got there at 3, I think, yes, at 3. There's about 50 people in front of me out of the 100 VIPs, so I definitely recommend that you go earlier. I live about an hour away from Fort Lauderdale, so I left school early. I think I left school at like 1, so I could go and get ready, and then we could drive up there. When we first got there, we pulled in, and it was a madhouse. There were people everywhere. We pulled up, we got a really good parking spot, which was nice. There's 2 sections. There was the general admission line, and then there's the VIP line. There was no marking anywhere whatsoever which line was which, so my mom and I were in the general admissions line because we didn't know there was a VIP line. And then we decided that we should probably ask someone because it would be really, really bad if we weren't in the right line. Sure enough, we weren't in the right line. We were in the general admission line, and these 2 girls were really, really nice, and they let us get in line with them. And then finally, I get to the boys, and they're set up behind the big DigiTour banner. Trevor's mom came up to us. She was going around to all the other girls and giving them Trevor Moran bracelets. She started talking to my mom because my mom was one of the only moms there. She was talking to my mom about different things, and apparently immediately I was like, oh my god, they're gonna become friends, and Trevor and I are gonna become friends, and all of my, like, O2L and I are gonna become friends, and it's gonna be awesome. And then that didn't happen, obviously, but that's kind of what's running through my head. So as that was happening, I was kind of like waiting, and JC was waiting also. I look over at JC, and he stares right into my eyes. He reaches over, he's literally staring at me like this. I felt like we're having a staring contest. He picks up the bottle of silly string and sprays it straight into my head, like not my head, into my face. I screamed. I was like, oh my god, JC, what are you doing? And then he just laughed, and then I got it off my face. And then I finally got to go over to Trevor, and he was really nice. He was like, classic Trevor, girl, your outfit is slay and slay that, I don't know, just Classic Trevor. I'll show the picture I took with Trevor right here. And then he was kind of like laughing at me in a way during certain parts of it, and I was really confused why. Until I got to JC and I walked up to him and he was like, "Hi, I'm Jim." And I was like, what? I was so confused. And he leans over, grabs silly string out of my hair. He goes, "You had a piece of silly string in your hair." And I was like, of course I did. JC was, he was really nice. He was really nice. He had this like weird bandana on. We were just talking and stuff like that. And we took a picture and he sent my phone case as I did with Trevor. So here is the picture with JC. After that, I moved on to Sam, who the same thing kind of happened. We took a picture, we talked, he was really nice. Tip number 2 is I definitely recommend being very talkative. I was not like fangirling and like I was inside, but I wasn't like flipping out in front of them, but I was also not very talkative. I was like, "Yeah, hi, can you sign this? Can we take a picture?" I wasn't very talkative and I really wish I'd been like that. That's something next time I go, I definitely will do. After Sam, it was Connor was next, and Connor was definitely, I think, one of my favorites to meet. He was the sweetest thing. He walks up, he goes, "Oh my god, hi, how are you?" I was like, "I'm really good, how are you?" And then he like leaned over and he was like, "Give me a hug." And then he was really cute, he was really nice. And then we hugged and we took a picture and he saw my phone case and he talked to him like for me to like for like a little bit. So he's the one I did talk to a little bit. So I leaned over and hugged him and took pictures and things like that, and then he was like to my mom, he goes, "Oh, thanks so much for bringing her," and stuff like that. My mom really likes him. He is my mom's favorite. And then next was Kian, and Kian was really funny. Kian did his voice like when he talked to Wishbone, he was like, "Hi, how are you?" But he said it like in the Wishbone voice. I really can't do it. Like, I can't do it. If you know what I'm talking about, then you'll get it, but it was really funny. And so he signed my phone case and we took a picture, which I'll also insert right here. So after we took the picture, he signed my phone case. There wasn't much room on the back of it. So he was like, "I'm gonna sign the front of it, okay?" And I was like, "Alright, go for it." And then he was like, "I totally just got you there. You really thought I was gonna do that." And I was like, "I wasn't gonna stop you." But yeah, and then he put a heart next to it and he was like, "I put a heart next to mine so you know that I heart you." It was really cute. I kind of like, I was like, After that we went to Ricky, who was, he was like singing Ordinary to himself. He was like, "I guess I'm ordinary." And I was like, "Cause I don't give a what." So I kind of got more comfortable as I went through the guys. And then we had a little dance party jam out. Then we took a picture. He signed my phone case. I complimented him on his shirt because it said "I don't give a what" on it. And then I was like, "Oh, can we do the crab base?" And he was like, yeah. So that was really fun. They were really sweet. After I walked away from them, I immediately like flipped out. I was like, "Oh my god, I just met O2L." I'll show you the picture that I took with Ricky right here. Anyway, after that, we finally got let in, and all these girls are rushing to the floor. "I'm gonna go sit on the floor, I'm gonna go sit on the floor." And my mom and I were like, "I'm not gonna get that close to the stage." It was a really small venue, which was nice, but there were so many girls. We're like, "There's no way we're gonna go up there because we're gonna get smushed and shoved into things." And there's probably like, there's rows, so it was like, it wasn't like built-in rows, but these were like what the girls were making. So it was already like a row of girls, another row of girls. There was probably like 4 different rows of girls. Like, there's no point in going over there. We're not gonna be able to see. We're gonna get smushed into things. It's gonna be gross. And my mom was there too, so she was like, "I'm not going down there." I was like, "Okay, fine." So there's a little bar kind of thing around it. It was just a bar. Wasn't like a bar, but it was like a bunch of tables sitting around this little horseshoe shape with benches. So my mom and I got onto the benches, the one right directly in front of the stage. Which was nice because we were up high, but you also could see them perfectly. It was awesome. It was like directly in front of the stage. And then more people started coming, and some woman she was literally probably like in her 30s, was like shoving, trying to get in front of me, and I was like, no. Like, my mom and I were like, what am I supposed to do? And my mom goes, "Just tell her to stop." So I turned around, I was like, "Can you stop pushing me?" And she was like, "I just can't see." And I was like, "Okay, well, I paid for the tickets and I was here first." I got so mad. I was just like, stop. She was like 30 years old and she was shoving into me. And I was like, "Can you not?" So we were there and the show started, and it was so fun. It was so loud. My mom couldn't stand it because it was so loud and there's so many girls screaming. But it was really cool. They went on stage and they did like funny little skits and things like that. Like, they did skits and they did they obviously performed, they sang, which was awesome. What else did they do? They called people up on stage, mostly the people that were like in the back and things like that. That way they could also have a turn to, you know, be up there with them, because we were so close to them and they weren't going to come and pull us out from there. So they got to go on stage and they did like dance-offs and stuff. It was really cool. It was really fun. Some girls were throwing their shoes up on stage. Some girls were throwing their phones on stage, and a lot of girls were going crazy. I mean, I love them and I'm a huge fan. I fangirl over them all the time. But I'm not one of those really crazy girls who is gonna flip out and like do anything to get past people and throw stuff at them and like cry over it. I mean, I did like tear up over it because I just met them and stuff like that, but I keep saying stuff like that. I'm sorry about that. But I don't know if they could tell, but I was so excited to meet them. I'm absolutely in love with them, and I did like scream and yell and things like that, but I don't drop to my knees and cry and throw things on stage. I don't know. That's what a lot of girls are doing, and I think they tend to enjoy people more when they're more chill about it. End of the show, some girl threw her shoe on stage, and Sam was like, what do I do with it? To Keen. Keen was like, throw it, throw it. So he threw it directly to me. I caught it. I kept that girl's shoe. So yeah, that was basically it. They finished the tour and said bye and I love you, and everyone went crazy. But I do want to say, this is my final tip: make sure that the second that they stop performing and the stage goes black, get out. They're not going back on stage. I mean, they may come out and meet other people, but you want to get out there as soon as possible, as soon as the show ends, because it is craziness. But yeah, that was the end of today's video. I just wanted to say that I was so lucky to be able to go on the tour, even though I did have to pay for it myself, obviously. I was so lucky that my parents said yes, and so grateful for that, and I'm just, it was an amazing experience. All the guys were so nice. They couldn't have been nicer. It was really a great experience. But yeah, let's see if we can get the guys to see this video, because that would be awesome. Even just one of them. I just want one of them to see this video. That'd be so cool. But yeah, that was the end of today's video. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you give it a thumbs up and comment if you have been to DigiTour or if you're planning on going to any DigiTour. I hope this video is helpful to you guys, and yes, I love you all so much, and I will see you next time.